In recent weeks, the world has witnessed an extraordinary wave of protests, echoing from the streets of Ouagadougou to global cities, all in support of one-man president, Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. These protests have ignited a fierce debate over accusations that threaten not only the reputation of a nation, but also the very sovereignty of its people.
25. U.S. General Michael Langley, the top American military commander for Africa, stood before a Senate hearing and launched a grenade disguised as testimony. In front of the entire world, he accused Captain...
It all began with a statement that reverberated across the globe, a statement made by General Michael Langley, the head of AFRICOM, during a U.S. congressional hearing. The general made a shocking claim, accusing President Traoré of using the vast gold resources of Burkina Faso to line his own pockets. According to Langley, the president was allegedly enriching himself at the cost of the nation's wealth. But what does this really mean? How could one man, let alone a president, control a nation's gold resources? Burkina Faso, a landlocked country in West Africa, is one of the continent's largest gold producers. The discovery of gold in this region has brought both prosperity and challenges. For decades, foreign interests have flocked to Burkina Faso. But now, under President Traoré's leadership, there is a growing sense of national pride and self-determination. Since taking office, President Ibrahim Traoré has positioned himself as a champion of Burkinabe sovereignty. After a military coup in September 2022, Traoré, at just 34 years old, assumed power with the promise of restoring stability and reclaiming control over the nation's resources. Under his leadership, Burkina Faso expelled foreign military forces and began shifting away from Western influence, including former colonial power France. It was a bold move, one that was praised by many, who longed for a future free from outside exploitation. So, when General Langley made these allegations in Congress, it didn't just spark controversy, it sparked an international uproar. Protests erupted, not in Burkina Faso alone, but across the globe. People from all walks of life took to the streets in solidarity with President Traoré, demanding accountability and rejecting what they saw as an unjust smear campaign. Paris to Accra, from London to New York, people voiced their support for the Burkinabe leader. It was a show of unity against foreign interference, a demand for justice, and a message that the people of Burkina Faso will not be silenced. In Ouagadougou, thousands gathered in the heart of the capital, waving flags, chanting the president's name, and standing firm against what they saw as a baseless accusation. At the heart of the protests is a deep-rooted desire for independence. The accusations made by General Langley have become a symbol of the West's ongoing influence in Africa. To many, Langley's words represent an attempt to undermine the sovereignty of a country that has taken charge of its own future. But to others, the allegations point to the deeper issue of wealth, corruption, and the control of precious resources that have long been exploited by foreign powers. Burkina Faso's gold has been a doubled sword. While it has brought revenue and jobs, it has also attracted foreign companies, leading to accusations of resource extraction without equitable benefit for the local population. Under Traoré's leadership, there have been calls to ensure that the gold profits serve the people, not just multinational corporations or foreign powers. The wave of solidarity for Traoré isn't just limited to Burkina Faso. The African Union is taking note of the growing tensions. Leaders from across the continent are calling for more African control over natural resources, and this protest movement is seen as a reflection of a larger desire for self-determination across Africa. As President Traoré continues to navigate these challenging waters, his vision for a more independent Burkina Faso remains steadfast. While the accusations from General Langley may have sparked a firestorm of controversy, they have also united people in ways that the West could not have anticipated. Critics, however, argue that Traoré's military-led government lacks democratic legitimacy and that consolidating control over resources without institutional checks could risk future abuses. But for now, many view him as a symbol of resistance. However, it's important to note that the protests are not without their risks. Burkina Faso, already facing insurgencies from extremist groups in the Sahel region, has to balance the aspirations of its people with the realities of security and governance. The country's future remains uncertain. But one thing is clear: Burkina Faso is no longer willing to play by the rules set by others. As the protests continue to echo across the globe, the world is watching. Will the West respect the will of the people of Burkina Faso? Or will this become yet another chapter in the long history of foreign interference in Africa's affairs? One thing is certain: the story of Captain Ibrahim Traoré is far from over. Stay tuned. The world is changing, and so is the narrative of Africa's rise. Educate yourself. Join the conversation shaping Africa's future. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories from around the world. What are your thoughts on the situation in Burkina Faso? Let us know in the comments below.